Anything can happen. Those are the words of Pep Guardiola on Manchester City's busy schedule between now and the end of the season. City are top of the Premier League, a point clear of Arsenal with a game in hand, and are still on for track for this historic treble-winning season. Guardiola insists his players are mentally ready, though.
The tired are the players, but at the same time, it's 1 month and 1 more week for sure, and fight for the 2 more weeks. And we play the last 6-7 years in this situation, play 6-7 games in 1 month. How many times? A lot. A lot. It's not the first time we play 6-7 games in 1 month. I would say it happened a lot of times. So everything is here. Now the mental strength will be there. And in that period is the best period we can live. And we are not tired. If you are tired and you have positive thoughts, you are not tired. And now is another opportunity to, it's just 6 games left. We have a game, one of the games we have to recover and go for it. And that's all. And if one player is tired, hands up. Because if you do hands up, it's because you are ready. And when you're ready, you have to perform well. For you, for your mates, to win the game.
You got back top at the weekend with the win against Fulham. Do you expect Arsenal to go back top again tonight?
I'm enough busy to know what you have to do tomorrow against West Ham, because the West Ham maybe didn't do this in Premier League the season that they expect, because they have done the last 2 seasons with David Moyes have been exceptional, but that doesn't mean the quality is not there. I just reviewed the game against Liverpool as one, and Arsenal a little bit, and I will review this afternoon the game we play in the first game of the league, in the Premier League, and the quality is there. The quality is there. Set pieces is maybe one of the best. They scored 3 goals against Crystal Palace. They attack the chance with Antonio Bowen. Exceptional well. They can rise as an exceptional player. I'm not going to discover him. So the weapons are there. So they are a good team. They didn't do a good season that they expect, but the team is there. I don't have doubts, any doubt. In 1 game, everything happened. That's why we have to be absolutely ready.
Well, for more on Manchester City, let's cross live to our reporter Keith Downey, who was in Pep Guardiola's news conference this afternoon. Keith, Erling Haaland scored his 50th goal of the season at the weekend, so all eyes will now be on whether he can break Dixie Dean's record of 63 goals. Now, not even I can remember for that far back, but what did Pep have to say about that this afternoon?
Yeah, we saw Erling Haaland net his 50th goal in all competitions from the penalty spot at the weekend against Fulham, Vicky, and it was an unbelievable achievement to get there. It was Pep who actually said in the in his post-match interview afterwards, he said, was that back when Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister? But what he did do alongside scoring 50 is he scored 34 Premier League goals, which equalled the record set by Alan Shearer and Andy Cole. And of course, he's got 6 Premier League matches left to play, potentially 10 matches in all competitions to try and get up and maybe topple that record that has stood for nearly 100 years. 1927-28 was when Dixie Deans scored 63 in a season for Everton. He was asked that question, Pep Guardiola, whether he thinks his number 9 can get to that target, and it sounds as though he thinks that the striker's got it in his thoughts. This is what he had to say.
Of course, it's good for him and for the team. As much goals he scored to break the record is a good sign. So the magnitude of the record is because for a long time was not breaking. So that's why he's. So that means that all the records will be break, and maybe one day himself or another one will break the record that Erling is going to set, because I'm pretty sure he's going to score more goals in the Premier League until the end of the season.
Would it be a source of pride for you to have managed that player who has set that record?
No, the expectations, I don't know what's going to happen in advance, so it's a surprise for all of us, maybe not for him, but in this difficult league, said what he is doing, so, but in the same time, the way he behave and do it is, for the success for the team.
Pep Guardiola clearly happy with his Norwegian frontman, Vicky, who obviously notched that 50th goal in all competitions. Unbelievable achievement at the weekend. I actually had a quick chat with Pep after the press conference there, and he said that his striker Haaland is exceeding his expectations, and I don't think he was expecting him to have scored that many by this point. He says he followed it up by saying, I think Haaland did, but I wasn't sure if he would get to that number with still 10 games potentially remaining. There was also some notable team news from Pep Guardiola today. He was missing both Kevin De Bruyne and Nathan Ake at the weekend. Ake trained yesterday, Guardiola says, and is likely to be in the squad for the match against West Ham United tomorrow. De Bruyne will train this afternoon. Training starts here at 4 o'clock. He likes them to train in the afternoon so that they had extra rest after the weekend win against Fulham. He expects De Bruyne to be back training this afternoon. It sounds as though from his tone of voice, that tomorrow's match will come too soon. So Ake likely to be back. You would say De Bruyne, even though he is training today, will be doubtful for that match tomorrow. Manchester City against West Ham here at the Etihad Stadium as United look to try and keep their place at the top of the table. And of course, it's a match you can see tomorrow night live on Sky Sports.
Yeah, looking forward to it already. Thank you very much, Keith.